Good morning and welcome back to NewDay. It's been a very tough 2 weeks for the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, building up to the elections to elect FIFA President Sepp Blatter, who later, after 4 days of his election, going into his fifth term, has resigned as president of FIFA, awaiting a successor for him. We'll discuss all the issues and the permutation and what it means for the African continent, who Blatter has heavily supported since he took over in 1998. And that was it, and that is how it happened yesterday, close to the end of the day, when the FIFA president Sepp Blatter decided to resign and hold an extraordinary congress to elect a new president for FIFA. We'll see how this will shape up. But Jeffrey, thanks very much for joining us on the program once again. From what has happened so far, from the alleged corruption allegations leveled against the top officials of FIFA, to Prince Ali conceding and FIFA President Sepp Blatter winning the elections, down to the point where nobody saw this coming and him resigning. How do you look at what has happened in FIFA the past 2 weeks?
Well, I think that it's an unfortunate development, but it was coming. Sepp Blatter himself has brought this upon himself. It was coming way back from 2002. And so he, as the president of FIFA, glossed over it because most of the people that have been fingered are his close associates. And I think that was just a matter of time. He wouldn't have resigned even had it been for yesterday, because in all these cases, he's never been mentioned or fingered in any of them. But yesterday, the FBI and American prosecutors were on his case because, don't forget, Chuck Blazer, who was the then CONCACAF General Secretary to Jack Warner, has actually presented a 40-page revelations to the FBI. You understand? And actually fingers Sepp Blatter in that. Now, he got wind of it as at yesterday morning. And that is why he made his legal advisor he has to resign. Apparently, this was not part of the permutation before the election. But clearly, it's an opportunity for FIFA to be clean. I think that far too many times this thing has been happening. Look, Amos Ademu, the Ethics Committee found Amos Ademu and Temeri Reynald banned in 2011. Then Mohammed bin Haman, who was the campaign manager for FIFA, Sepp Blatter in 1998, you understand me? He also was found covered for bribing the Caribbean ahead of the 2022 bid that took place in December 2010 for Qatar.
Yes.
Then Jack Warner, who the $10 million allegation is being leveled against. For instance, his case was worse. When the allegation was leveled against Jack Warner, what happened was that immediately Jack Warner resigned his position. The investigation came to an end.
Yes.
Now, when Michael Garcia's commission report was commissioned by FIFA 2012 to investigate corruption leveled against FIFA officials, he came out with the report 2014 September and presented to FIFA, only for Joachim Eckert, adjudicating chairman, to go and put 42-page summary. Now, listen to the worst aspect. Yes, there will be findings against Qatar and England bids, but it is not widespread. So you realize that Michael Garcia appealed, and because of that, he lost the appeal and he resigned. So the sequence of the corrupt allegations that have been leveled against top FIFA official, Ricardo Texera, the late Julio Grandona was the head of finance committee, all those things was just a matter of time for the cover of most of these key top officials to be blown up.
Do we sense a bit of a conspiracy in there against Blatter? Because as we understand right now, the U.S. State Department has opened an investigation to question Sepp Blatter. He's under investigation, and what they are saying is that they are working together with all the other top officials. They are investigating to be able to have an evidence against Sepp Blatter. Is there a conspiracy that they want to get the man out of there by all costs? It looks like everything is targeted at him.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is pure politics. I mean, football at the FIFA level and everywhere is politics. I mean, you need to understand the machinations, the interest that individual countries have in all this. Look, Britain will have a big interest. Just look at all the English newspapers. Read all the English newspapers and read the headlines.
And there's a certain level of target.
Yeah, they call the African delegates that voted for FIFA as people who actually are sanctioned because we are corrupt. That's why we easily sanction corrupt officials. You understand me? Because they lost the 2018 bid, they lost to Russia. They thought that, listen, they had a better proposal and presentation. America the same. So yes, they have interest in making sure that FIFA is clean, but at the same time, they have also dividends that they want to derive. In all this, one of the things they want is that those particular bidding processes should be opened up again, and the votes should be rerun. You understand me? And when it is rerun, it will come to the benefit of America and London. But the politics of it is going to take different dimensions. Because trust me, Africa will not vote for Michel Platini, who they are proposing now. He will not, because of his racist comments, as well as the fact that he thinks that Africa will not even deserve the 5 slots. And so in view of that, Michel Platini, I can tell you, African vote will be out, Asian vote. Where Sepp Blatter is strong, African vote 54. Asia 46. Oceania 11, CONMEBOL 10. That is a powerful two. CONCACAF is split. They are 41, but it's a bit split now. Even in Europe, where they think that the Europeans think that they have a bloc, 18 voted for Sepp Blatter.
And it was surprised to see France, Spain all voting for Sepp Blatter.
Well, yes, it's surprising, but you need to understand them. They are telling you that they voted for Qatar because, one, Qatar have billions of investment in Spain as well as France. They are not going to sacrifice the booming economy of their country at the expense of so-called propaganda or people's motive or interest that will not serve this country. So it gets to this stage where countries will take personal decisions based on what the nation will derive, which they think is supreme, than what a UEFA bloc want to enjoy.
But Jeff, how do you see this going on? Because the others were even saying that we could even see Kwesi Nyantakyi in there, we could see Issa Hayatou in there. The politics that comes with the election of a new president for FIFA.
Yeah, the politics are going to be immersed, are going to be tensed. But look, the names you mentioned, apart from Michel Platini, who will do quite well, he will not get African vote because, like I said, his attitude towards Africa is wrong. He does not even think we deserve 5 slots, and that one is a very big blot on him. So the rest, please, they don't understand the politicking in there. So none of them will even come up against those candidates that will qualify. Issa Hayatou is the senior vice president of FIFA, and he has been a right-hand man after losing 2002 to Sepp Blatter. He is very keen in there. He understands the policy. He has one of the key things that is going to happen is that Sepp Blatter, in spite of all this, will make sure that whoever succeeds him, he who has an influence in that, he will be at the back, but he will be pulling the string. So a lot of machinations, a lot of discussions will go on, and they'll look at Africa will look at it like the president of the Ghana Football Association has said. And Africa's interest will definitely be Sepp Blatter's interest because of equity, what he has done for Africa and Asia. Look, Asia had a World Cup 2002, Japan, Korea, because of Sepp Blatter. Yeah. Africa had a World Cup because of Sepp Blatter. So these two confederations, trust me, are going to be voting for who Sepp Blatter wants to succeed him. It's going to be very key. CONMEBOL, the same thing, because Julio Grondona and Ricardo Texera, even though they are no more there, they've actually proved that Sepp Blatter has been able to entrench his influence in CONMEBOL. That's the South American Football Federation. Now, CONCACAF is where there will be a little split. So you look at the vote that we are talking about, trust me, even in Europe there are about 18 members that have voted for Sepp Blatter. Sepp Blatter still have good friends in Europe. And so whoever decides to actually be the one that Sepp Blatter chooses behind the scene, trust me, that person is going to, if he's to decide to go, I'm sure, looking at those available, he will beat them. Jose Maria Angel, he's not that influenced. The only person that is also close to Sepp Blatter is Juan Apu from Paraguay. He's one of the vice president of FIFA. He is the only one that can also worry Issa Hayatou. But if Issa Hayatou decide not to go, but will present a candidate on behalf of Africa by lobbying Asia to bring their votes, and as well as Oceania and CONMEBOL, then trust me, every president is possible. Look, today, the two people that are darling boys of Issa Hayatou are Constant Omari, the Democratic Republic of Congo president, and Kwesi Nyantakyi of Ghana. So if he thinks that because of his health and his age at 68, he thinks that he cannot go, well, he can propose him, and he will be at the back to make sure that he does the necessary politics.
So it's possible that we could see Kwesi Nyantakyi vie for the president
of
FIFA.
It's possible if they look at all the permutations, and they will look at the one that will serve the interest of certain confederations like Africa, CONMEBOL, and Asia. And Issa Hayatou decide that I don't think I'll be able to go, he will recommend somebody, and it can be Kwesi Nyantakyi.
Jeffrey, thank you very much for joining us on NewDay.